Karen from Scarlette Coaching, and I want to talk to you guys about power and belt. So many singers come to me because they want to work on their belt and they want to work on their power. And it's not surprising because obviously when we think about great singers, we think about those moments in a song where their voice just soars. We also live in an age where programs like The X Factor and The Voice really push that great singers sing really high and really loud. But if you think back to those great singers, so people like Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, Celine Dion, Ariana Grande, Freddie Mercury, there is so much more to what these guys are doing than just singing really high notes really loud. What they are able to do is to actually tell a story and match the intensity of an emotional part of that story, that song, with their voice. That's the true gift. And when you listen to a singer doing that, what you'll find is that they take you on this roller coaster. It really is not just about that moment. So one of my favorite singers of all time, Whitney Houston, I just love the album The Bodyguard. It's an incredible album. And when you listen to her big ballads on that album, songs like I Have Nothing or I Want to Run to You, of course, I Will Always Love You, when you really listen to them, you realise that, as I say, it's not just about this big moment. She starts off the songs usually breathy. She's got dynamics going on. She's got creak going on. She's got slides going on. She's got all of these different techniques, this entire toolkit that she uses to draw me in or to draw you in and take you on this journey. But the problem is with these guys is that when you listen to an album like that, you're not just listening to a singer sing a song. We're listening to a song that's been mixed. We're listening to a vocal that's got compression on it, reverb, delay, all kinds of lots of other different effects, EQ. Some singers, let's face it, have their vocals tuned. You're also listening to a vocal that's being turned up and down in the mix to match the music. So if you really want to listen to a singer and what they do and how they do what they do and draw you in, I would really recommend watching YouTube videos and watching these guys do it live. And my recommendation, if you really want a masterclass on this, back to Whitney, is her performance of I Will Always Love You live on the VH1 Divas 1998, I think it is. And it's just amazing. It's an absolute masterclass. And like I say, there is so much more to her performance than just this couple of big moments up here. But back to this subject, because of course, yes, we want to be able to sing these big moments and that's fine. But what happens then for singers a lot of the time is that they have all this pressure on their shoulders because they think that to be good means that they need to sing like this. Now, all of that pressure and all of that expectation, because, we want people to like what we do. We don't want to embarrass ourselves. We want to please people. So what can happen is that we over-try. Now, when we over-try, two things can happen. Number one, you can just push too much air from your lungs over your vocal folds, right? Or you can squeeze your throat shut. When this happens, that's when you just have too much throat pressure, okay? And your vocal cords, they can't take it. So when there's too much air pressure, the actual muscles in your larynx and your throat are gonna constrict because they're trying to protect your vocal folds. So the key to being able to belt and sing those big moments is actually to learn to sing with ease first throughout your range, to be able to not be scared of these high notes, okay? To be able to sing with a really relaxed, open throat. That is definitely the number one starting point. When you can do that, then, we can start talking about other things. But the other thing I'd like to say to you is really check in with yourself. If you want to sing these big moments, these big high moments, I want you to, this week, just check in with how you feel about higher notes, okay? Because, as I'm always saying, singing is a holistic activity. It's not just about what's happening with your body or here. It's what's happening with your mind, what's happening with your emotions. So just when you're doing your exercises this week, and just a 5-note exercise, just like me, you can get a backing track for that, that's fine. or you can add in an arpeggio to that as well, and just be aware of what's happening as that exercise gets higher. Does it feel like it's getting scarier? Are you scared of those high notes? Watch yourself in the mirror as you sing the notes. Do you start doing this? Start lifting up your shoulders as it goes higher? Do your eyes look up like this? Because those things are really giving us an indication into your mindset about singing high, okay? So if when you're singing higher, it's scary, or your eyes start going up, or your shoulders start coming up, what we're going to do is spend some time just rewriting those bad habits. So you're doing your exercise. I want you to literally change your mindset, turn it round, okay? So notes no longer go up. They don't go up and they don't go down. For a singer, notes go to the side, okay? They're like that. So as you're going up, if you notice your eyes go up, purposefully look down. Maybe look down onto the side. If you start to feel your shoulders come up, roll them. Maybe you need to walk around the room because, we don't want to stand there like static, rigid people getting nervous. Whatever it takes to loosen up, swing your arms. Maybe you look left, maybe you look right. That's absolutely fine. So go through your range, go through these exercises. And another one you can do if you are in general scared of higher notes, or you avoid singing higher notes, sirens are great, okay? So again, you don't need a keyboard for this, you don't need a backing track. Just pick a note that's somewhere comfortable in your range and just do a small slide, okay? A small siren. Mew! Great. Move it up a little bit. Whee! And I'm kind of doing an ooh-ee sort of sound, okay? Move it up a little bit. Whee! Nice and light. Don't push. You don't need to have volume. That's fine. Just a light sound, okay? Maybe a bit lower. Whee! When you feel more confident, you can start going through your range a bit more. Whee! And when you feel really confident, all the way through your range. Whee! You can also descend. I love that one. My image for that is like a Roadrunner cartoon at the top of a cliff, and someone's going to fall off the cliff, usually the coyote, right? And he's like, anyway, you get the idea. So don't be afraid to play and approach this with play, but we're really checking in this week with what's happening as we go through our range, what's happening with those higher notes. Is it easy or do they feel scary? Because if you're not singing through your range with ease, or there's scary bits, then we do not want to be talking about belt yet, or adding power into our vocals yet. Hope that helps.